Hi, it's Tom Fowler with realitycheckforyou.com. If you clicked on this link, you're looking to stop a divorce that is in progress. Either your spouse has already moved out of the house or they're about to move out of the house. Here's a few things that you need to do right away. The hardest thing that you're going to have to do is pull yourself together enough to get up and do some things that are going to need to be done. A question of necessarily feeling better, it's a question of getting active, because there's some things that you're going to need to do right away. So the first thing that you can do is write down all of the things that your spouse typically complains about to you. You know, you never get out of the house, you never go to the gym, you don't have any friends that you hang out with on a regular basis, yard work, picking up around the house, all of those things.
What has your spouse been complaining about consistently? Make a thorough list and see if you can spot some consistent areas of dissatisfaction from your spouse. See what issues you can tackle in the short term and go after the easy complaints first.
So get up. First thing you do is you're going to clean the house. Not just what your spouse has bitched at you before. Clean the house. Clean the whole house. Do things that were not asked of you. Go in, get the dust bunnies underneath the bed. Clean the china thoroughly, right? Make the bed. That's where you're going to start, because all of the love in the world doesn't make up for you doing the dishes or not doing the dishes. The second thing is you're going to need, and this gets hard, is you're going to need to do some of the things that your spouse has wanted you to do for a long time. Go to the gym, make some new friends, start a new activity. So what you can do is go to meetup, pick a meetup, pick a hiking meetup or something like that. Not something necessarily that you even want to go to. Just something that you know that your spouse would wanted you to do. So go do that, pick up some names of people, right? You're going to do that anyway. And then in conversation, you'd be like, oh, I met so-and-so while I was hiking with the meetup group. Or I met Jim and Janice while I was bowling, or whatever the case may be. She or he starts to hear some of these new names and do these new activities. And if she sees or he sees any kind of enthusiasm, which, you know, build up to that if you can, but just do the activities so that that is seen. Now, here's the part where we lose 80% of the people watching this video. It's very difficult to do. You're going to be tempted to do it, and there's an 80% chance that you're going to just fail at this and you're not going to be able to help yourself. But that secret, not a secret, but that secret is to not ask for credit for the things that you're doing, right? If you clean the house and she comes home and you say, look what I cleaned the whole house, that is just it's gonna have the exact opposite reaction that you want. Oh, of course, now they're doing this shit because I've been asking them for years to do it. Do it, suck it up, don't say anything. They will notice. And here's where you fail, is you'll do the house, you'll go to the gym, you'll stop drinking, and then you'll be like, look, I've changed, look, I've changed. And that is a huge mistake. Don't do that. Just engage in the activities that you need to do, because every time that you ask for credit for that, it's going to piss them off, because they're like, this is what I had to do to finally get you to do it. No, you're doing it because you realize that you need to do what's best for yourself. At least that's what you want your spouse to see. I understand it's so painful. There's so much stuff going on. The last thing you want to do is these things that I'm asking you to do. But your spouse will see them and they will say, oh, there's some interest, there's some spark of the person that I fell in love with. That person that wants to get up and go and do stuff. If you're drinking your sorrows away, you gotta stop doing that. If it's been a problem for you in the past, if your spouse has complained about your alcohol consumption or pot or whatever, now's the time to get a handle on that. And if you can't get a handle on that, you probably need professional help to do it. Which leads me to the next thing, is go see a counselor. If your spouse has been asking you to and you've said no, say yes. If your spouse is not interested in counseling, you go. Go by yourself. The counselor will help you tremendously work through this. But your spouse will see what it means to you to be committed. And being committed is not that you're going to lose your comfort zone. Value the relationship in such a way that's healthy for your spouse. If you are needy, if you are clinging, if you are desperate to hang on, it's going to have the opposite effect, unfortunately. So you need to pick yourself up and be your own person. Do these things that are going to be pleasing to your spouse. Do things that are going to be healthy for you, not necessarily because they're healthy for you. It's a good reason, but ultimately you want your spouse to see you as somebody that's going to grow, somebody that's going to move into a healthy environment, a healthy space. And if they see that hope, they're hurting too. They are hurting too. No matter how callous they seem, no matter how much they're hurting you, they are hurting. They are dissolving their marriage. There's no positive thing about that. There is no upside for your spouse either. But they have the power, so they are using it. Either abusing it or just holding it over you, which is just the nature. I mean, there's no good or bad about that. So don't worry about that. Don't be mad at them anymore. Look at yourself. Look at what you've done in the relationship and take responsibility for that. If they've been jerks, worry about that later. Don't worry about that now. You need to fix yourself. And if you pick yourself up and you show strength, that's the only way it's going to happen. Good luck. Thanks.